In a recent live stream, Big Clive was discussing switching from his current circuit board layout package to KiCad, but he had some misgivings about this because when he's tried other more complicated packages in the past, it's caused quite an adjustment, and he can't lay out the boards like he wants to, just putting down pads and tracks wherever he feels like. This is possible to do with KiCad. It doesn't give you very many protections, and you lose a lot of features by going direct like this, but it is possible. And so today I'm going to show how we can lay out a huge array of LEDs to make an A4 supercomputer board, and we'll do it quite quickly. So this will be a little bit of a speed run. When you open KiCad, you get this menu here where you can choose the schematic layout tool or the PCB layout editor. So we're just going to go straight into the PCB layout. I've already put the board outline on the edge cuts layer, and the easiest way to do this, you can use the polygon tool, but the easiest way to do it is to then just hit E to edit the line segments and put the start and end points exactly where you want them. After defining your board outline, it's always a good idea to go to the 3D viewer and make sure that it shows a circuit board and doesn't give you any warning messages about not having an enclosed polygon. Now that we have that, we'll start putting down some footprints. So the first thing I'm going to do is select the footprint tool and click anywhere in the area here, and we'll just put down an LED first. Not an SMD, we'll go for a through-hole one, 5mm standard LED. This should work. I'm going to rotate it here, and then to pick the original spot, I do have a note about where it needs to go. We can see here the X and Y coordinates of the cursor, and then there's a delta X and Y coordinate, and I can reset the delta by pressing the space bar. And now I will hit M to move this component where I want it, which is 27.94, 20.32. Now we'll put down a resistor. Again, not SMD, we'll go for through hole. These are the 1/4 watt resistors here. This one should do well. Let's put that there. And then I'm just going to edit these to get rid of some of this garbage so it's not cluttering up the board, because we're going to have a lot of these. Okay. And then call that a 1K resistor, so that looks nicer. Now before we start putting tracks down, by default we just have a 0.25mm track. I've defined a 0.8mm track. You can just click edit predefined sizes and add more track sizes here. So 0.8, that's going to be overkill for our needs. And I'll start by laying out the positive rail. That'll look good. And then we can lay out negative rail like this. Okay, so that's the basic structure of our individual unit for this circuit board. Now I'm going to select this and make an array out of it. Now if we drag select this way from down and to the right, then it's only going to select things that are completely surrounded by the selection. But if we drag select up and to the left, then it's going to select everything that it touches. So that's just a hint of how the selection works. So we can right click and do create array. I've already filled in these parameters. I have notes about these parameters. So we want 18 by 13 and go 13.97 spacing in each direction. Okay, so that's created our array, and we're basically almost done now at this point. I'm just going to add a track to connect all of these in parallel. And then on this side, we'll do the same thing here. And then we're going to add some plated through holes to connect wires to. So for just regular, individual single pads, those are found under the test point category, and they've got all different types here. So through hole, pad, and 1mm drill, that ought to do well. So there's that. And on this one, we'll leave the silk screen, call that one ground. Okay, and then duplicate, put there. And call that one plus 5 volts. Okay, so now we're essentially done. We'll look at the 3D viewer real quick just to check our work and see that it looks pretty good. So that's all there is to it. Thanks for watching.